things are still not looking good for Gypsy Rose. She literally got exposed at the fourth quarter of the 2025 year. And now you can see her followers are dropping, 2,500 averaging a day, leaving the Gypsy Rose and joining the Truth Train. And now we got this interview with her co-defendant, aka the Hitman. That's what he calls himself. Now, this interview reveals a lot, and you honestly get a back and forth of somebody that believes Dee Dee's a victim to somebody that doesn't, and that's DBS. So let's get straight into it. Hello, this is another episode of Gypsy Rose Exposed, where we're not walking on eggshells, especially on tippy toes. Now we got DVS stuck in the system in the building. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Plug. I'm super interested in this video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So basically, this is Nick doing a 2020 interview, but instead of the point of view of 2020 putting the interview out from back in the day, we're actually seeing the end of windows in between, and we're getting a clearer picture of Gypsy Rose being the leader of this crime, being the one that manipulated Nick into doing this crime, and she got the minimum time.
Yeah, no, I've been pointing that out from the very beginning. I believe that she used the same tactics that were used on her from her mother, and then the tactics that were taught to her mother from her mother. So, it's a repetitive cycle. Uh, and I do agree with you that she is the mastermind behind this. And I don't understand how she got so little time for, being a part of, mastermind murder for love, I guess.
Well, that's where me and you disagree at too, is the whole relationship with Dee Dee, because I believe Dee Dee is the victim, and I believe Dee Dee basically, got killed for no reason, and honestly, Gypsy Rose knew that she couldn't walk. I mean, knew that she could walk, and knew that she was playing along with the whole thing the whole time.
Yeah, I get that, bro. But at the same time, her mother taught her these skills, I guess you could say, to con people and lie and cheat and steal and all the above. It's nobody's innocent in this. I mean, there is innocence, but seems like that got overpowered by, you know, this horrendous manipulation tactic that consumed them like cancer. Everybody got fucked on this one. Well, not really. Gypsy Rose, she didn't get. She got the short end of the stick.
I will I
So
will say this about Nick, because people be feeling bad for the Nick guy too. As a man, there's no woman that could convince me to murder her mother. I'm sorry, the dude is a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
well, I think they're both high functioning. I think they're both on some sort of spectrum wherever it may lie, right? But Gypsy is obviously a little bit more intelligent than him and manipulated him, because he's not that intelligent when it comes to, the deceiving. Gypsy Rose is like the queen gypsy on this shit. She should be studied.
Furthermore, let's get straight into it, man.
Let's go. Turn everything up. Excuse me for my
YouTube Streets Podcast. Make sure y'all smash that like
So I
button.
need
Shout
to
to Into the
make sure that
Weeds.
you acknowledge that we are recording this video interview for use on possible broadcast on ABC News. You okay with that?
Yep.
You can say yes.
Yep.
Okay, great. All right. So I'll begin with my first question. Why did you want to speak with us?
I just want to say ABC News knew what they were doing when they got Miss Jennifer Smith to do the interview, because he's going to be very open. He's going to be very comfortable to speak to a woman, obviously, because of what took place and how easily he was manipulated. So it seems like everybody's manipulating each other still.
Two reasons. One was I knew my co-defendant was putting my name out there in a bad light, and I didn't appreciate it because the way that I was brought up in a integrative environment, as well as one full of honor.
I just want to say he's meted the fuck up. They got him on severe meds.
And the co-defendant is Gypsy Rose.
Yes, Gypsy is the Cody.
And that's part of the reason why I didn't feel that it was right what she was doing. And the second was I understand that getting a chance to actually be on TV and everything else, that's a very, very big privilege. It's not something you get very often. And because I knew that,
Whoa. I think you're right about the Spectrum thing, brother.
Absolutely, and she's kind of dreading this. She's like she's keeping it together, but you can tell like she's bracing for a lot of bumps and a lot of things that are about to take place, man.
I guarantee that part got edited out. I never seen the original interview, but I guarantee we're seeing everything, right? Because this is coming from the courts of FOIA requests. This isn't, on the station's end, right? So, in my opinion, I think that wouldn't have been in there. I don't know though. I would, because honestly, he's saying, "Yo, it's a privilege to actually do this interview with you." And these people that are interviewing killers, they're giving them softball interviews and not, holding them accountable for anything. Even though we know that Nick got manipulated into this crime, we still got to hold him accountable to some degree. And he actually doing life in prison for that reason.
Yeah, I think they didn't take into consideration that he could and very well maybe on the spectrum.
Understood that this is pretty much the same thing as a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I couldn't pass it.
What has Gypsy said that put you in a bad light, in your opinion?
For one, she's openly admitted that she is more than willing to lie without having a conscience and doing so. And a lot of
That's a fact. That is a fact. She lies
Yeah.
all the time. She's been caught in so many lies. I've never been to the beach before. And then we see a video of her at the beach walking.
So I believe that as she gets older, more is going to be exposed, whether it's due to mental health deterioration or whatever. But she's lied so much that she can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. And it's just, for her, it's just so easy to play the victim and be like, hey, never did that before, because that's what she's used to. She's used to being the center of attention. Everything that comes to her has got to be the first for everything. Remember, she's still in that childlike mentality where she's kind of stuck in the conning. You know what I mean? That shit is never going to leave her.
As that you said, I feel like I have to literally cover it with the truth, and because of it, gets very frustrating for me.
How did you first meet Gypsy?
I met her on
Christian
basically
Mingle.
online. It was
I believe it was like AIM or something like one of those chat rooms back in the day. Like
No,
everybody,
Gypsy Rose said it was Christian Mingle.
oh, we'll see. Well, she was definitely conning. You got to remember. So think about that. If that's true, we're gonna hear it. I don't know, but if that is true, that just shows what kind of predator she is. That's sick. She went to the place where people are in a mood for finding love in a religious family.
Christian Mingle's the new Tinder, bro.
Whoa, this is getting wild, man. Have some respect. Have some respect, man. I'm just saying that's a red flag for me. And look what kind of kids are on fucking Christian Mingle, if that's true.
Hey, they said don't find your wife at a bar, find your wife at church.
Listen, we're not going to get into this. Let's get back to it.
on a dating site. It was called Christian datingforfree.com.
Wow.
Yeah. Not Christian Mingle, but Christian datingforfree.com.
Yeah, that's, like I said, that's a red flag. She kind of knew. She was playing it safe, too. She wanted somebody that she can manipulate. You got to remember, they were going to a whole bunch of charities and different organizations and, religious, whatever. So she has an idea and the comfortability and know what to say to, these sort of organizations.
What first attracted you to Gypsy Rose?
Her titties.
Actually, I believe
I swear to God, I thought that was him saying that. Oh shit,
Did
that's
he? No, I thought
fucking.
he just said that.
That's
well, she said it was the same thing, but I'm not fully sure if it really was that. For me, it was well, I looked at her profile first, and I seen that when she was on the way that she put her actual profile together, it was pretty much everything I was looking for. Everything from her height.
He didn't want to say that she was disabled, and he was looking for someone he could manipulate as well. I think she played a sucker to catch a sucker, and he got suckered. You know what I mean?
To everything else, and um, and then I looked at her profile picture, and that right away got my attention.
I got to see this profile pic. This has got to be out there, right? We got to look for this profile pic on Christian Singles.
Me to her really quickly, so everything came pretty quick, just from looking at her profile picture alone, and every bit of the information that she provided on her profile picture, as well as the rest of the profile itself. Yeah.
How would you describe your online relationship with Gypsy Rose?
Oh, this is easy for me to do because it's so.
Yo, listen, they are feeding the fuck out of his ego. Hey, this is easy for me. Like, he's feeling himself. You see the confidence rising? Like, he's building up.
His demeanor's never changed from when those videos we see of him sitting the Gypsy before he got locked up until, like, prison seems to not affect him, at least in my point of view, looking at him. Like, some people that we cover, like people, like, prison be draining people. Like, Wade Wilson is not the same as he was when he got locked up. This dude seems like pretty much the same guy. Kept the same story too. I will say this: is he a liar? Because I don't think he's lied one time. He might be a murderer, but he's not a liar.
He looks pretty. He looks pretty rough to me, man. This is not a typical inmate behavior who's accepting. You know what I mean of what's going on. This is lay in your bed all day, eat chips and crumbs that are all in your bed, and everything's all like these guys. Their cells are dirty. Their underwear dirty, hanging up. It's just filthy, bro. These guys live like they're outside in the fucking wilderness. Bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is just, it reminds me of having some, like, if you have a co-defendant that snitches on you, right? And now you're locked up and you're on the interview talking about this. That co-defendant's out. She's out. I don't know if she's out at this time right here, but she's out now and she's having a baby with another guy. Come on, man. She snitched on you.
This is 2018, I believe.
Okay,
they did this interview January 5th, 2018, but I'm pretty sure he knew that she was getting out soon, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he's probably trying to ruin her character, defamation of character, before she gets out. So if anything, he's kind of helping her because this shit is, still alive because of all of this shit.
We'll see what he says, because honestly, he's gonna throw her right under the fucking bus because he's been taking all the heat the whole time.
Yeah, for him to be locked up so long and look this bad, he looks bad, man. This is not like a year in. This is not like right when it happened. He looks like he's going through it. Like he's not taking care of himself at all.
Question that I'm one of the only ones willing to go in deep detail about. At first, when we first started out, it was I could definitely tell that she was fairly new to it, and I was fairly new to it in the light that where since for us it was something where we both were more like, I guess you could call it like how to put it in words. You could say it was our very first online dating where we actually got serious. from what I understood, I was actually the very first one she truly fell in love with, was what she told me. And for some darn reason, I obviously believed it. I'm not fully sure if it's actually true, but yeah, uh, it started out as pretty good. Towards the middle, we started having problems, and then the next thing I know, uh, when it came to
The fuck is he talking about, bro? Holy shit! I see why
He's
this
talking,
is just
yeah,
too
yeah,
long.
yeah, and this all probably got cut out. They probably edited it up. She's trying to get to the mashed potatoes and the gravy right now. That's what he's about to. It sounds like he's about to get to it about the crime.
Yeah, she's doing a one hell of a job on the follow ups too, man. She's containing her composure, but she's on it.
the end part of it, we
She looks
almost
a little high,
had
honestly.
trouble surviving literally as a couple online because
She's about to fall asleep. Look at her over there. She's about to fucking fall asleep, bro. The interviewer is like, she is being patient, but she's like, look at her eyes, bro. She's basically sleeping, dude.
No, that's just her looking down at the computer. I'm pretty sure she's typing to try to figure out what's the next question or how to
Okay.
follow up from the fucking craziness that's taking place. Because if you look at him, he's starting to get like bug eyed. He's starting to get into it.
it seemed like she was starting arguments just to see if I'd stay together with her. And, well,
Red flag, red
so
flag, red flag, flag on the play. That should have told you something since you can see uh, he's kind of aware of what's going on. Like he has manipulation tactics too, right? But to an autistic level where it's like he's not well rounded. Like he's just got this particular devious set of skills with nothing else behind it. But listen, a lot of red flags that I guess he was trying to play chess with this bitch.
openly admitted, as if she's gonna tell the truth, she'll openly admit that I was really the glue that stuck us together. There's there's
Ooh.
times where when we had our arguments that she would
Yeah, it sounds like you were being forceful. He was forcing the manipulation, right? I guess she was doing that to see how far she can let him go and pull him back, right? Because that's a tactic as well. Push away and pull back. Push away, pull back.
And he's dragging this call, guys, because you got to imagine he's trying to sit here as long as he can. He don't want to go back into his cell.
Not only that, he said it in the beginning, man. I'm privileged to be here. I'm going to take full advantage of this shit.
do things, and then I would show basically her in the great detail that I'm usually able to provide that she was doing these things, and the next thing you know, she would at one moment she would admit it, and then another moment she would be acting like she didn't know what I was talking about. So she basically was playing a cat mouse game with me.
Yeah, that's called gaslighting, kid. She was fucking gaslighting the shit out of you. That's exactly what she was doing.
And it just made more tension on the relationship. We almost broke up by the.
Nick, let me ask you this:
Okay.
was Gypsy Rose your first love?
No, not my very first one. No.
Let's get to that.
Yeah, let's
How
get to that.
quickly did you fall in love with Gypsy Rose?
Pretty quick. I will admit it was pretty quick.
And it was intense?
Yeah, very intense.
How did you feel when you all were?
Yeah, those role plays, man. Remember we saw that first video, man. They were talking about all kinds of craziness with vampires and role playing and all kinds of wild shit.
Communicating back and forth, sending messages?
Hey, real quick, DVS.
Well,
Speaking of the role play, she was doing this same shit with fucking Ryan while she was locked up, and Ryan was acting as a furry.
I can see Ryan doing that.
Your boy Ryan's a furry. You can see Ryan doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. He put the earmuffs with the ears on him. I can see him doing that, and like painting his face and shit, putting on like I can see him doing it. Ryan is a fucking fella. I'll tell you that.
I mean, when we first started on the Christian Dating for Free website, it started out in like I guess you could call it, what's the word to put it? This is just touch around the area to get to know how this might go, that kind of a feeling. And then
Testing
after
the
we started,
waters.
Testing the waters, good job. Plug. That was where I was going. I was trying to figure it out. He was fucking. He was holy shit. I was trying to. He was confusing the fuck out of me.
relaying
I thought it was about to be some hardcore shit he was about to say.
information to each other and basically communicating about our likes, our hobbies, and so forth. We started finding common ground from what she was telling me at the time. And after that happened, she ended up letting me know a Facebook name that she gave me, which was just it was known as Gypsy Rose at the time, and we ended up chatting on there about I would want to say about a day or two after that. Once we started talking on Facebook, we went
This is almost like bases, like in virtual reality world. This is like, like first base type, sort of like.
Right.
together,
And then she gives you the real number. You like kind of hit second base. Now you got like, you know what I mean?
which was October 17th, 2012, is when we was the first day we were together.
Well, home run to them wasn't sex,
Nick, tell-
DDS. It was something else.
I think, yeah, definitely. Her home run was very different from his home run.
Oh,
Tell me about the murder of Dee Dee Blanchard. Whose idea was it? Who planned the murder?
He's about to tell. He's telling, man. He's going to fucking spill the beans right now. Grip your seats.
Well, I'm actually surprised that Gypsy's actually admitted that she's done it because it's the truth. She actually is the one who actually not only did most of the planning, because I made it right out in the open that I left that to her to do the planning, but I also
You left that to her.
yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, so
Yeah.
that means you're the original spark then. He's the spark of the idea then if he left it to her to do the plan.
Well, Gypsy probably threw it out there and he caught it. You know what I mean? And she probably let him think that he was the one that came up with it.
so mainly went with the actual idea only because I truly wanted to be with her. I was literally not going to let anything stop me from being with her, and I made it clear to her. You and
Man, tender dicks, man. Never a good thing, man.
one case where I mentioned it online, and then she had this habit of trying to push me further and push me to the point where there's no returning. But yeah, it was Gypsy's idea.
What did she ask
Whoa.
you to do next specifically?
You try to say that she's a pusher. She'll push him to the point where he can get almost violent, I guess, right?
Yeah, maybe saying shit to him like, "Hey, you're not doing it right. What the?" It's like, what the hell, bro? Leave me
You gotta
alone.
remember that's what Dee Dee used to do to Gypsy, man. You gotta remember all this stuff is.
I don't
being
believe
acted
that,
up.
man. I don't believe Dee Dee, bro. Dee Dee was, bro. Even
Man.
Gypsy. Oh wait, Dee Dee was in such bad shape before she died too. And she was pushing Gypsy around, and Gypsy was falling around doing the same. Like she could walk, bro. Like Gypsy could walk. Like I don't know, man.
They
I
both
look
knew
at Dee
that
Dee
she
as a
could walk.
victim.
I don't.
I can give you the exact conversation on how that went. She came online one night and she basically asked me. She was basically saying, "Baby, I have a question for you," and I was like, "Yes. What is it? I'll answer anything you want, obviously." And then she's like, "Is there anything you'd want to do to basically be with me? Is there anything you want to?"
This goes to show you the manipulation that she has and what she's willing to use, right? Because she obviously, listen, man. I believe that the same thing she's doing to him is the same thing that was done to her behind closed doors in that house to a degree. I'm just saying.
Do to be with me at all. Whether it's basically just getting to meet my mom and so forth, or uh, what is it that
I'm trying to understand that. You got that plug?
Yeah, she's basically saying, you know, what can he do to be with, or the other vice versa. He's saying, and you know, talking about meeting his mom. But I want to point this out real quick because it's important to me. Do you think that Gypsy Rose has changed? Because she basically told this dude right here to have sex with her daughter when it got to a certain age. She has a daughter now, and you look at, and I just was looking at the Christmas photos with Ken. Ken gives me weird vibes. I'm sorry,
Yep.
her new
I've
man.
been saying this. I've been saying this, man. All of them kind of gave me weird vibes. Gypsy Rose is definitely she's on some sort of degree of some sort of spectrum, right? So you would have to be on some spectrum, and if not, then you're actually trying to take advantage or manipulate the situation yourself. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. It's a weird bunch, funky bunch over there.
you would be willing to do to be with me? And I'm like, well, that answer is obviously anything to be with you. Once I said anything, I was pretty much locked in my word because I never broke my word the entire time I've been with her. The next thing I know, she asks me, well, anything, are you willing to even kill my mom for me? I'm thinking to myself, at first I was like, what the heck is she asking me here? I was first in shock, and then she, once she asked me that, I was like, are you serious about this? Well, I already told you I'd be willing to do anything to be with you.
Sucker. That's wild, plug. You think that's okay?
No,
This is sick.
I'm not one to take my word lightly. So you better be serious about this. I had to get her to say that she was serious.
And this is when she already knew he was hooked. She pulled that. She hooked him even more on that because
with that grip.
yeah, for no, definitely not. For her to even ask that question or even go there, she had to know that there was no room for error. I'm telling you, Gypsy is no she's foolish in a lot of ways and it's fucked up, but she does have some manipulation tactics. She's got some Machiavellian shit going on.
Times before I realized that was no joking around about it. Because originally she started off in a joking manner when she'd bring this up. It was basically on the tension that she was having put on her relationship with me due to her mom. This is after the first time we actually met. Her mom apparently was having an argument with her this night, and she got so frustrated to the point where she told me that she was serious about it. And
So let me tell you, for her to get so upset with Dee Dee, right? For her to call this kid and be like, I really want this to happen. Think about how it built up to her to get to this point. What was said over the years since she was younger, when she did or didn't do something right, right? All these things added up to the point now where she uses those same tactics in a way on this kid, just in a different manner. I'm telling you, all this shit is learned behavior. You might be on DD's side, but I'm telling you, this shit is perpetuated.
I
Still didn't deserve to
basically
die,
supported
brother.
her on it.
Hey, listen, man. She shouldn't have went as far as what she did with making her sick, her kid, act sick and then become almost like a, you know, you know, I don't even know the word, but she came so into being sick that it made her sick to the point where she didn't want to be sick no more. If you get what I'm saying. And I'm not sticking up for her. I'm just, stating what I see from my perspective.
As long as she was really serious about it. I told her that this was a life changing moment, and if she's serious about this, there was nothing to joke around about. If she was joking about it, she'd tell me now and drop it right there. But
And I
no,
get
she
what you're
didn't drop
saying,
it.
DVS, but at
She
the end of the day, she was a full blown adult. She could have left. She could have left. She had a
but no,
man.
she
They had a
couldn't. She
plan.
could
They're
not.
out of
She could
there.
not leave.
Dee
She
Dee was an
couldn't.
old woman. She could not leave. She was a. Wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been a kidnapping.
I'm not.
It wouldn't
I'm
have been
not.
anything.
Listen, but no. But you gotta understand that Gypsy Rose was conditioned to be so childlike that she wouldn't be able to take care of herself. She's so used to depending on her mother and the conning and the fucking manipulation that she wouldn't know how to be that. She would have to actually. You gotta remember when it's just one person trying to convince, whatever. When you got a parent or a guardian, she's a legal guardian, a custodial guardian, a caretaker. She can't go anywhere. Everything's probably in her name. It was. You gotta understand for this whole thing to take place with organizations and medical records and disabilities and all that, that shit has to be intricately fucking organized, bro. There's a lot of things that would enslave her to be stuck to her mother. Just saying.
I wanted to go right into the planning right after she said that.
So, Nick, describe for me what Gypsy's role was in the murder of Dee Dee and what your role was in the murder of Dee Dee.
Well, to put it in the most concise way I possibly could put it, she was basically the mastermind behind it all. I was basically a hired hitman in its own weird sense.
Whoa.
Hired hitman for love. She was manipulated instead of with cash. She was manipulated with hot pocket and false love.
Actually, in more than one way, actually, now thinking about it in a deeper sense, mainly because, yes, she paid for everything from my bus fare down to Springfield, to the hotel I went to the food I ate.
That says a lot, plug. She paid for him to get. She pretty much door-to-doored his ass.
I think he's right about the hired hitman thing. That's basically what he was.
Yeah,
Everything like that she paid for.
And then she threw him
And
under the bus.
no,
absolutely. And she used the disability and everything that was taking place with her mother. I'm telling you. Listen,
yeah, but the mother's dead, bro. That's what you're not getting. The mother is dead. Dee Dee is dead.
she
Dee Dee's a
had to do
victim.
that.
She didn't have
had
to do that. So you're saying if you were Gypsy Rose, you would have done that.
No,
What the fuck are you talking about, homie?
Whoa, slow down. Chill the
She
fuck
didn't
out.
have to
Watch
do
your
that.
mouth.
She didn't have to do that.
That was her only option at the time, unless she was gonna say, "Yo, it's all a con. I can really walk. She's making me lie and all this other shit." I don't think she wanted to do that. I think she still wanted to. I think she wanted.
But you got to
to
reword what you're saying, because you're saying that she had to do that. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do that.
So what was her other options? It really
leave with Nick. Go become a fucking a 304 or whatever the fuck
Nick.
you're gonna do.
She didn't want Nick, bro. She didn't want him. She wanted to use Nick, bro.
She didn't know what the fuck she wanted.
She wanted her mother dead. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and she didn't deserve to die.
Listen, man, I don't know. I am no, I'm not God. I don't.
Well, you just say a woman deserves to die is really alarming me right now.
Oh no, I'm not saying. Well, don't put words in my mouth and don't get weird.
We got to clear this up now,
real
brother.
righteous all of a sudden. You get real righteous. Just chill out, bro.
Righteous.
Just chill out, man. All I'm saying is I can put myself in certain scenarios and see things from a different light. That's all I'm saying. Follow me if you like. If not, whatever. It doesn't hurt me either way. But this is all I'm saying, man. She's the one that created all this shit.
I'm gonna have to make a community post explaining to people that we have two different sides. I'm a truth seeker, and you're pro. Damn, what are you?
Absolutely not. Whoa,
you're pro Gypsy, bro.
Absolutely not pro Gypsy. All I'm saying is this is something that was perpetuated, something that was taught, and I think that Dee Dee
never killed anybody. She didn't teach her to kill anybody.
As she got older, got meaner and nastier, and Gypsy couldn't take it anymore. Just saying. That's all I'm saying, man.
Only that, well, at the time, she made me believe that she really loved me when, well, here I am and where she turned her back on me, so I know that's not fully true. But, yes, that was her role in the whole situation. She literally made me basically feel like I was doing her a service when really it was really more like a hired situation, even though I didn't feel like it was that. And with my role in the whole situation was just basically The one that was to carry the harder part of the whole plan. I mean, I basically went back and forth with her. I collaborated with her, but I just basically, as long as it sounded like it would work, I told her if was okay for me or not, and I basically went with whatever she was telling me. Basically,
So, Nick, help me understand.
Yeah.
Why did you agree to and ultimately commit the act of stabbing Dee Dee to death?
Great question.
well, I can't openly admit it on here since it's recorded in two directions, but I will say that the reason why I've admitted it in the past, and I will keep on admitting it, uh, the reason why I did do this is because I was, for one, so deeply in love with Gypsy.
Wow, that took a switch, right? What? Did you
I don't
see the
understand what he's saying either. He's saying that he can't talk about that because of maybe an appeal or whatever, whatever, right? But then he goes on to say it right there. Like then he
That's
goes
what I'm
on
saying.
to,
But he says it in such a robotic way. He keeps on looking around over his shoulder. Like this is the first time I ever really seen him like hunker down and really try to like, you know, focus. You know what I mean? Like it almost seems like somebody set him down and has got their fucking hands on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like say the right thing, motherfucker.
I just having a hard time that men in prison don't get touched for killing women. It really discourages me. It really makes me see like, oh, so because then I thought about it too. They would have to handle a lot of people because that's a lot of crimes.
Yeah, you got to remember, there's a lot of women out there that are borderline Gypsy Rose.
And
So
then it's funny because shout out to AZ because he said this years ago. He says, listen, I had a cellie that killed his wife, cut her head off, but he didn't molest her. But if somebody came in for raping women and that's what they do, they would get touched. And my brain didn't register it, but then you start to understand that they were making that one woman suffer. And if it's a domestic incident, they die, they're okay in prison. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but that's how prison is. Like this dude right here, he's not gonna. I don't know his situation, but he's still alive.
yeah, so that's like I said before. When it comes to prison politics and prison
It's
justice,
Missouri too, by the way. We don't really know shit about Missouri.
you got to remember a lot of people that are in jail already have the understanding of the scales of justice, balance. Everybody's trying to balance it out, trying to balance on what to go for, what to not go for, what's eligibility to crash out, what's righteous enough to crash out, what's not. This, if you go down a checklist, this is nobody's fucking business, bro. This is a whole clusterfuck of fuckery. And honestly, nobody's gonna get any points. Like what good is it gonna do? Because if you really look into it, and for those who know, think about this woman and her daughter. She did this to her daughter. Her daughter did it back to her in a way where she cut the tie and the umbilical cord, and now she used this sucker to fucking get out. Some would say, hey, I understand. Some would say, hey, no, that's not right, or whatever. But it's never enough to say, I'm going to get involved and be the guy to fucking execute justice. It's not that serious. Now, if he was killing babies, I guarantee you he wouldn't be around for long. Done deal. That's just anybody with any kind of human, compassion and love and, that kind of stuff. But
I
this
just
right
got a
here,
text message from somebody that just
it's
said
not enough to get involved with.
that just asked me. They said, "Why doesn't DBS ever say R.I.P. to Dee Dee?"
Man, she made her bed. She lied in it, bro.
That is
Respectfully.
that is extremely sad, bro. And I'm sad for you
Why?
because this has to be something that
She conditioned her daughter to be handicapped when she really wasn't. To an extent, she is, but to an
no,
extent, she's
she
not.
was diagnosed. We've seen the stuff that she was diagnosed with,
Listen,
and
man.
Gypsy was part of the scam. Gypsy
Everybody,
was showing Nick the scam. What are you talking about? She was.
but you gotta remember, this is not so. She didn't just start living with her mother at fucking 12, bro. This is not. She's been with her mother her whole life, bro. This is something that was
I blame the
indoctrinated
dad for
into the
not being
public.
there in her life.
Man,
Fucking Rod, man.
dad got away from the malls because he knew that bitch was poison, bro. Respectfully.
But we seen that she was diagnosed with stuff. Now she could walk, whatever, right?
Yo, listen,
But Dee
I
doesn't
don't
deserve to die, bro.
listen. You know how
This
easy
is
to have insides with doctors and fucking psychiatrists and all these fucking medical people. I'm telling you, I bullshit you not. It's easy to write something off and say somebody has a medical condition if there's some sort of kickback. I fucking kid you not, bro. So hey, miss me with the bullshit because I've had it done to me personally with a fucking child of mine. My fucking kid's mother fucking got
see.
my
That's what I was trying to see. I knew because that's
yeah,
the only
cool.
reason. Because that's the only reason why someone. So I don't know if you could touch on any. Like, can you touch? Because it'll give the
Well,
me
I'll
and all
just
the
give
truth
you
seekers. We're trying to see why you don't like Dee Dee. We're just trying to see what the smoke you have for Dee Dee is. That's all we're trying to find out, bro. Because we
listen.
all know that Dee Dee wasn't as bad as dude. That shit. Did you see that picture of the 2 marks on her neck? It looked like she already. That's where she got killed at. It's almost like they did it before, bro.
Listen, man. Let me answer the fucking question before you veer off into some other crazy shit. Touch a little bit on it. I'll give you a little bit so you can get a better picture, but I'm not going to get into detail. My sister's mother decided to put my one of my children on medication that they didn't need and diagnose them with something that you can't diagnose a 5-year-old with unless they're 13, 14-year-old. But the doctor involved gave the diagnosis and prescribed the medication. I didn't know. So, you know, it's touchy. I just don't like, I don't like, fucking evil people, bro. Dee Dee wasn't no fucking angel. That's all I'm saying. And it's easy to manipulate the system. I know. Just saying.
At the time, and I said to her that I was going to love her no matter what. I was going to love her unconditionally. There's nothing that would ever change that. I'll always love her. I kept my word. She apparently said she doesn't love me anymore, which means she was using me. Me, on the other hand, to this day, I still love her. So there's where the differ is different there, but I still to this day, I still love her.
Nick,
That was basically the reason why it happened.
Nick, can I
It
ask you
happened
this?
because
Can I ask you another question, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you think that you were her Prince Charming?
Actually, the way that it looks like to me, actually, it's quite funny you asked me that because she used to, her nickname for me was King Charming. Mine for her was my Blessing Queen. And yeah, it's pretty darn crazy because at the time I felt like she was a blessing to me, but the more and more I think about it, it's a blessing at the time, but it's only a blessing for the memories that she's given me, not necessarily the.
Wow, he's still in love, bro. Got him.
I thought he said he only stabbed Dee Dee 3 times.
Well, I mean, he's trying to make it seem like he didn't do it, but he's gonna stick to the story that he gave, I don't know.
Well, you've never seen
not
Gypsy's
being
hands.
totally
Gypsy
honest about
definitely.
stuff.
You don't believe Gypsy was in the bathroom, right, the whole time.
Listen, man. If you can think it and if you can go there, I'm pretty
Listen,
sure she
bro.
went there.
She definitely put she's put work in. She wasn't just in the bathroom.
Now
She
let's
put
think
work
about
in.
it. Let's say she jumped out that wheelchair and just walked down on her and started just deflating her. Then imagine what it is that Dee Dee felt. She's like, damn, I created this monster and look at her. She's a monster. I can't control her. But she thought she could control her. Because that's really what it was all about. From very young, she was conditioning and controlling. Just saying.
The position she's put me in.
Hey, Nick, tell me what your nickname was again, because I want to make sure I heard it correctly.
She used to call me her King Charming.
King Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she call you that?
Well, the
I
thing
thought it was Sir
that
Blackcock.
me and her,
Stop it.
we used to talk about Disney movies all the time, and
fucking Disney, man. What's up with Disney, man? Disney is fucking
you had Prince Charming as one of them. That we were talking about. We're talking about Cinderella. Not just that, we were talking about all the different movies that they made that were romance based in a cartoon form like that.
Think about the childlike monster that this is, playing out. She got him on Disney movies, bro. Disney. Now we all know Disney had a wild way of showing morals and different kind of scenarios, and what's good, what's bad, what's evil, what's deceitful. I think they looked a little too much into it, man, and they really picked up some of those tools from a lot of those you know characters.
Um, and the next thing I realized is that with the uh, names that we were giving each other, she came up with the King Charming one, and I'm like, yeah, that fits. That fits.
Did you have a name?
After that, not really. No.
Did she have a role though in this fantasy romance that you all were creating online and then ultimately tried to live out later?
Uh, the fantasy we were creating was pretty darn strong. I will admit, it was pretty darn strong. But after that, it's a little different because, um, I mean, it kind of like evolved. It went from just an online romance to when we were in person into something much more serious and much more powerful than just uh, something you would call romance that just plays in someone's mind.
In Gypsy's
It
mind,
felt much more
Nick,
real.
Went from Disney to vampires, bro. How the fuck does that happen? How'd she wedge that in there? Where was the bridge and the crossover for that?
I'm telling you, this is what we're seeing these days too. The Tyler Robinson case with his transgender lover being a furry. Ryan coming out the closet, we're seeing emails between Gypsy and Ryan. Ryan's a furry. This situation where her and Nick doing the role play of the vampires, bro. It's fucking weird. This is the new progressive fucking era, dude. Get with the program. What are you?
I'm independent, man. That's definitely what I am.
No, I'm
Freelancer.
talking about what are you like? Are you a furry? Are you a reptilian? Are you a Argonian? Like, I need to know what
I mean, human being, human,
you ever play
I'm part of
Skyrim?
human race.
Gypsy's mind and in your mind, why did Dee Dee have to die?
Great question.
Well, originally, uh, the first time we ended up meeting, she uh, apparently she angered her mom, and we were at the what was it? It was a yeah, there was a theater at the time. We ended up seeing Cinderella at the time, and apparently we ended up angering her mom. It's more like she angered her than I did, is what she was saying.
Wait a minute, stop it.
Uh,
Cinderella.
That's sick, man. I told you, Disney Channel, man. Disney
I
shit
know,
is
but it's the
crazy.
story of Cinderella. Tell me the story of Cinderella real quick. Refresh my mind.
Cinderella is where she has the glass slipper, where she's she's actually, the, I believe the stepsister, one of the sisters. She's like beneath these sisters that she has,
Right.
and she has to do everything. She's the most beautiful one, and she gets treated like garbage. And then she sneaks off and she goes to dance with Prince Charming, and then Prince
Yeah.
Charming follows her. But before she can get, remember the godmother, fairy godmother.
Okay. The godmother's Dee Dee, Gypsy Cinderella, and Nick is Prince Charming.
Yeah, and then she's got to run away at a certain time to
It's
get
just
back to
crazy
the
they seen that
carriage.
movie right before the killings. But continue. That's all I was getting to. I didn't.
And then
I
she
mean, I
loses her
appreciate you.
slipper, and then I believe that he runs around town looking for her, and then he finds her, and then he realizes she's some poor girl, something like that. I think something to that effect.
and apparently, she ended up coming up with an idea after that where she tried to make it look like it came from me to her and to her mom, that ended up delivering flowers to her to try to warm her mom's heart up to letting me get closer to them. and it didn't work. Apparently, from what she was telling.
Oh, maybe she was trying to get him in on a scam. Maybe she was trying to let her know, like, yo, he's a gypsy too. He can be trusted.
Oh, so Gypsy tried to get probably him. Hey, mom, can Nick move in? And Dee Dee just didn't fuck with Nick. She could feel the energy from him, like that. There's a weirdo or something, you know?
Or he's easily manipulated, and now she's got a dog. Maybe she knew that she could get him. She realized that this this little girl she created into a monster is able to manipulate this young boy into killing her. Maybe she felt like that. She did learn from the best, no?
Me it didn't work. So the only thing that she could come up with, and I was able to come up with, was that. We were only able to come up with that.
Did you think that you had, did you think that you, or did you believe that you were saving Gypsy?
With the knowledge that I was getting from her, very much so, yes. I did believe that I was saving her due to the environment that she was in. I was well aware of her seeming like she was wheelchair bound, and
Who can't talk?
Just met it up, man. He's not doing much.
God stopping the lie. God stopping the lie. He's trying to, I don't think this dude's being truthful.
To an extent, yeah, he's leaving some major key points out.
I was aware that she was taking a lot of medication and a lot of the stuff that was going on with her, and I felt like it was being pretty much forced on her.
See what I'm talking about, Plug?
And I felt like it was something that was not something she deserved. So it kind of made me feel.
Hey, and if Jesse's watching this, man, this poor man, he manipulated the shit out of this kid, man. You took advantage. You did some predatory shit. He's not the brightest fucking bulb. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And I believe that she knew this. Gypsy knew this shit.
But
Perfect
Ryan would have did
candidate.
it too. Ryan would have did it too.
Bro, all the dudes she's got are fucking, they're all, come on, man.
I feel as if it was a duty of mine that I had to do because no one else was stepping up to do it, or they were just too blind to see it in plain sight, plain right out in the open. So I felt like it was, if no one else was gonna do it, someone had to do it, and I ended up being the one she called upon to do it.
What is it about Gypsy that you loved so much and that you still love?
Well,
this is just to get him back comfortable. You know what I mean? This is like to bring him nostalgia. It's a great question, man. It's kind of like,
how could her co-defendant still, love her? Is that where he's going with this? Does he
he said this already. He's still in love. I said this earlier. He's still in love.
No, I don't think so in 2026. I think 2018 maybe. And when this was interviewed, but now I think he's even came out and said that he's not. I'm not 100% on this.
In this video, he's still in love. Let's put it
in this. In this video, he is, but I don't think in 2026 he is. But let's go.
We'd have to see something recent.
Well, now, originally it was everything about her. Every single thing about her. Everything from the way she looked to her personality to her heart to even some of the things that she would say. It's quite interesting because I could actually get up.
I guarantee you she can go back to him at any time and get him wrapped around her finger and get him to do anything that she asked him to.
Yeah, I wonder if he likes BBL Gypsy.
He's probably in love with BBL Gypsy.
A little bit of the southern accent from her from when she used to, before she came up to Missouri, when she was down in Louisiana. I could tell she actually came from down there because there were certain words that she would say that would remind me that she actually came from there, from her accent. But everything from that to everything else, and then once this whole situation happened, the thing that stayed with me of what I love about her to this day, even though I am not in love with her anymore. I still do love her, to where it's not like a husband and wife kind of thing. It's more of a just a respect on the kind of memories that she's given me. So I would say that I still love her for all the memories that she's given me that were positive ones.
She fucking MK Ultra'd his ass, bro, with that fucking Cinderella play, bro. What the fuck?
I know, man. That's why I was like, that's why I was like, dude, this story was, what did they watch Cinderella and then decide to kill Dee Dee? This is freaking stupid.
Yo, she was programming his ass like fucking Kaiser Soze, bro. Holy fuck.
But at the same time, I just love her just because, I mean, I told her the truth. I was always going to love her. And so to this day, I still do. That's the only way I can explain it.
Gypsy's got to be studied, son. This right here is CIA operative fucking brainwashing techniques, son. This shit right. She honeypotted the fuck out of this kid, bro. Holy shit.
And I know that this isn't easy to hear, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to react because Gypsy told me that she believed
the glue that keeps everything together and the mind fuck of what she did, bro, is the knight in shining armor, bro. Prince Charming, right? That if that's all he has to fall back on, bro. He has honor, justice, nobleness, all the fucking attributes that would keep him okay with still being in good graces with fucking Gypsy, bro. That's how she left that bridge. She needs to be studied, son. This bitch is wild.
You are heartless for what you did to Dee Dee and that she feels sorry for you.
My darling King Charming. Yes, it is your queen blessing, and I'm making you this video.
Definitely not in a wheelchair, bro. I'll tell you that. She's fucking hopping and tiptoeing around, man.
Nope. Even though you didn't ask me to, nor did Master ask me to, I'm just making it for the fun of things. So, since 4th of July passed, and I wasn't able to give you any pictures, because I believe I was thinking in the city, maybe. I don't know. No, I didn't believe so later, but, I didn't do pictures. So I'm going to give you a few pictures and, this video. As you can see, so I'm wearing my one-piece bathing suit. It kind of looks like the flag. So I'm very patriotic. And so since it's like August 1st, I just want to tell you, happy 4th of July! Woo! Okay, that was enough. And I hope you have a very wonderful day, my love. I love and adore you. And I mean, I'll say that again. I'm sorry, I messed up because I was excited. I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing King Charming. And I hope you enjoyed this video.
I could understand nothing that she said.
I'll tell you this, man. She honeypotted the fuck out of fucking Nick, man.
On the road like a gypsy, she don't smell like a rose. She be lying all the time, yeah, this bitch lost control. She gon' get her ass exposed. Son and Sam, they don't give a damn, though. There's a million other kids that was in the same boat. Yeah, I know she got abused, and I know she went through pain, but this shit don't make it right that she's able to just gain off this money and this fame. Yeah, she sold her soul just to have a little bit of change, and she will never change. Ryan, do not take her back, just go. She killed her mother, yeah, her heart's so cold. I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Gypsy Rose, Gypsy, 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 Gypsy Rose. Gypsy, 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 Gypsy Rose. R.P. to Dee Dee, yeah, we know.